Good morning, good morning. Welcome to a pop-up live stream. Happy Wednesday morning to you. I hope and trust that you are having a great day thus far. It's indeed a great privilege that the Lord has granted us so we can be here this morning. So I'm giving God thanks for His grace and His mercies that He has bestowed upon me. Such a great feeling to know that we are alive and everything is okay. All our limbs are intact. So I know it's early here, but yes, I just come on out here to see how many of my friends will join me. You know, guys, I'm working on my W8, so I have to be consistent. So if I'm not consistent on my videos, then I have to be consistent with my live stream. So please make yourself welcome as you join. Happy Wednesday to you. And I'm going to read a passage of scripture. I am going to read Psalms 5 and I'm going to read 5 verses. Okay? Reading from my King James Version, but I'm using my gadget this morning. So you can feel free to listen. And it reads thus. Give ear unto my words, O Lord. Consider my meditation. Hearken unto the voice of my cry, my King and my God. For unto thee will I pray. My voice shalt thou hear in the morning. O Lord, in the morning will I direct my prayer unto thee, and I will look up. For thou art not a God that has pleasure in wickedness, neither shall evil dwell with thee. The foolish shall not stand in thy spirit. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. Here endeth the portion of God's word. We honor it by saying thanks be to God. I hope and trust that this passage of scripture will be a blessing unto your soul, both for those who are listening on the outside and for both those who will step on in. Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. And I appreciate your presence being here. So it's a bright and beautiful Wednesday morning. Indeed, God is good, God is great, and His mercies ever, and His truth, it endures forever. So this morning I'm so grateful to be here on top of my grave on another morning, just to give God thanks for His grace and for His mercy. Thank you all for joining. Please remember to thumbs up the live stream. So it's indeed a great morning. And we are giving God thanks for His grace and His mercy. Good morning, DS. What's up? Oh, morning, Sue. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you're having a great day so far. No, you may be a little tired, but still I know God is good and His mercies is everlasting. I'm coming, guys. I want to pin something here. Why you bring these out here and me put your sit down in there, so? No worry, come out here with your problem. 15 minutes after 6 o'clock. Stop it nice. Oh, a bird. Excuse. Thank you for the thumbs up. So I appreciate it. I don't want any nice, that's why I tell you to sit down in this. That's why you have to go back inside. Thank you, Sue. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Indeed, it's a great feeling to know that the Lord has granted us the privilege of being here. So we have to give God thanks. So for those of you who just come on, or for those of you who are listening on the outside, the scripture, the passage of scripture that I read this morning was taken from Psalms 5, and I read from verse 1 to 5. So you will see it pinned there. Beautiful morning. I can see the sun trying to peep out that area there. It's quite gold and nice. That's the golden sunshine peeping up. So I have all right to give God thanks and praise. I am working on my W8, so what I do, whenever I see it possible, I try to come on out here. But what I will do, I'll take for my daily routine, I will do that in the afternoon and ask God's presence and God's blessing. Stop it. Upon my live stream, so that it will continue to grow from strength to strength. So it's a beautiful morning, nice sunshine. The sun is not out as yet, but you can see the golden of it because it's kind of a cloudy, so it's fighting its way to peep up. And I get a little quote here, I just want to share it with you guys. No one is listening, but for those who will come on and listen, I know Sue is busy. Whitey is telling me that no one is here, but nevertheless, I am hoping and trusting that persons are still in the background, okay? So the little quote is saying, good morning, talk with God, no breath is lost. Walk with God, no strength is lost. Wait for God, no time is lost. Trust God, and you never will be lost. So that's a beautiful quote this morning, and I am leaving that quote with you all. I hope and trust that you will find that quote interesting. And for those persons who will do a replay, I'm hoping and trusting that they will love that beautiful quote. So I know it's early in the morning, cool morning, but nevertheless I'm giving thanks. Mika, Mix, wake up Emmy now. Time going. So this is what's going on here, and Sue is still here. At one point I did see where it was showing me that no one is here, but I know that's how the stream goes sometimes. So let us just give God thanks and let us just continue. I know that maybe a lot of persons gone live this morning, but still I am trying to see what will go on for me. Thank you for those love out. I appreciate them. Oh, sweet Jesus, sweet Jesus. Trying to put it on the TV. Okay, thank you so much, not a problem. What a wonder you are. You're brighter than the morning star. Oh, you're fairer, most fairer than the lily that grows by the way. You're precious, most precious than gold. Hi, Alexia. Good morning. Thank you for joining. Happy to have you here with me this morning. Hope and trust you are having a great day thus far. I'm giving God thanks for His grace and His mercy. Hope you had a great night rest and you are up to a great start. I'm giving God thanks for His grace and His mercy and for sending His guiding angels to encamp around me. Give me a good night rest, and yes, I am up to a bright new start, and indeed that is something that I am grateful for. Hi Winsome, good morning. Welcome to my morning pop-up live stream. Thank you so much for joining, and I'm happy to have you here this morning. It's a great privilege that the Lord has granted unto us so that we can be here interacting with each other. I hope and trust that your day is going good so far. Hope you are not cold. And Winsome is shouting at Alexia. Guys, it's a nice feeling to know that we can get up, our limbs are intact, and we can be on a live stream interacting with persons all over the world. It's such a great feeling. So let us just continue to live in love and in unity with each other. Give God thanks and praise and be the best versions of ourselves. Because when we live in love and in unity, that's the best way. And Winsome is saying hi to the DS family. So guys, you know that we are a small content creator, and when we look on the street, we see some things going on the street that is not so nice. But let us just hope and pray that we try to be on the positive side and just try to make ourselves comfortable. I go under the comforter, wow. And her Alexa is saying, yes, it's good to live and well. Bless the Lord. Amen. Let us just continue to just stay focused, do the things that is right, do unto others as we would have them do unto us. And I think if we try to live in that way, live in love and in unity, we will be a better nation, a better family, better church family, better community friend and all of that. But not everyone sees it that way. But we who know the right way, let's just continue to do what's best for us and try to live the right and best way we can. Yes, he's saying so true host and when someone is showing some love. Yes, guys, I remember as a child growing up, things wasn't like how you see things going now. Everybody, every parents would be parents of everybody's child. Whether that adult have children, child or not. that adult would be the parent. Come on, just be yourself and relax yourself and say good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. So, whenever you're going on the street and if you're walking in a bend line, they are going to set you straight. And you know that when they set you straight, you have to just take it and keep yourself quiet. You may grumble in your little mind, but you cannot come out with it and let them hear. Because if you ever think you're bad, go home and say, you know that Master John or Miss Mary or whatever do this. Trust me, if you do that, you would get a proper whooping. And if Miss Mary or Master John go and said, you know, I see your child or your children wasn't walking on a straight line and I set them straight, you're getting another one. But no, everybody seems to turn a blind eyes. I don't know where the love and things are gone. Persons are not caring anymore. My God, I don't know why. And DS is saying, good morning, Smarty Pants. Say hi, Sue. Hi, Sue. I remember when persons have baby, for instance, and they are living in a lane, the older person, sometimes they would take turn. If this morning a person bring up a lovely bowl of cornmeal porridge, then tomorrow another person do that, and if they cook soup, a lovely dish of soup would go up because they are saying when persons have the baby, they need to eat enough and stuff like that. If someone is sick in the area, persons would visit, especially if that person, children are away in different parish working and they are alone, or they have little children that cannot help them, they would go and they would comb their hair if they are that sick. They would clean that person's house. They would sweep it out. They would sweep up the yard. They would make sure they have water in their bucket to drink and stuff like that. And they would just visit that person until he or she get back on their foot and can help themselves. Persons are not doing it anymore. Church people used to go pray with persons. Yes, somebody is going live. Persons would go and church people would go visit the sick, pray with the sick, do what they can do for the sick, bring a little parcel, bring a little something. You're not seeing that anymore. Even if you are in the church and you are sick, no church brethren is coming to look for you or to pray with you. Maybe one or a few of them may call you or text you and say, oh, how you're doing. But don't believe they're breathing a word of prayer like it used to be. I don't know why all those things is sweep underneath the rug, but only God knows. But guess what? We who know the right things, we have to just try to do the right thing and make ourselves available in whatever useful way we can. Because trust me, we need to go back to those type of living where each one would teach each one, and each one would give a helping hand to each one, and each one would give the younger ones good encouragement, because it's really rough. And parents would start back to send their children to Sunday school or to Sabbath school to let them learn about the love of God and let them do godly things. But when you find it now, church is so scanty. I remember when I was a child growing up, my God, my parents used to send me to Sabbath school with, my father used to send me with his brother and his wife and children. And when you go to Sabbath school, my God, when you look, they always put the children at the front, in a front row, or 2 or 3 front row, depend. When they get up to say their Sabbath school lesson to repeat it, wow, it was like a mass choir, the amount of children. And people used to be more godly that time. I don't know what happened to people now. And her Alexa is saying true. Yes. And when you look, little children, people who don't go to church would send out their children, get them ready. So whenever time the adults or the children them going, they would send their children. And it used to be nice. You used to enjoy the service and you used to enjoy the food, because I don't know why those people used to cook up so much food, because the persons who would live maybe a mile from church, they take their lunch to church. And what they do, everybody share. They have this long, I think it's plywood, and they join them and make a long table, and they get some little benches and stuff like that, and they set out, and everybody, it's like a buffet style. So you just take your plate and whatever you want in it, you tell them. And I was saying, my God, sometimes they have to take back food. Everybody would eat from somebody's thing, because this person may have some beef, this person might have fish, some persons even have curry goat. Hi Lila, welcome, welcome to my live stream. Good morning. I'm just here chatting and not looking. Thank you so much for coming. And Sue is saying, Winsome, I agree. So true, I wish those days would come back. I say the same thing to Winsome. And I'm telling you, it used to be so much fun. This person might bring a cornmeal pudding. That person may bake a potato pudding or a cassava pudding, guys. Every little children that go to church, and Sue is laughing, they used to be so full. Then in the afternoon session, they would have a thing that I think they would call it Pathfinder, where they would enjoy themselves, do recite and all of that. And then they would have another little service, and they would stay until the sun is down, like 6 o'clock. Then you go home. Sometime when I go home, my little belly is so full I couldn't even eat. But it used to be so nice and so much fun. And when some is saying I miss that, I miss it too. I miss it too, because guess what? It used to be so nice to see children going out to church, well dressed up in their nice little dress. And guess what, guys? For some people like myself, because I don't forget where I'm coming from, I never used to wear shoes in the yard or slippers or them something. They used to go barefoot. Yes, but it's totally different now. It's so true. And Joseph is saying, Mom, happy morning to each and everyone in the house. Blessings to you, all lovely people. Blessings to you, Joseph, and welcome to my live stream. I'm just here going back down memory lane a little bit. I didn't have any set topic, but I was saying it was so nice back then when people used to live in love and in unity and look out for each other and look after each other. My God, Winsome morning, my darling, how are you? How was your night? Says Joseph. I'm telling you guys, it used to be so nice, but boy, it is so different now. In those days, I used to pray all for Christmas to come. When some say, yes, family things just change, it's so sad. Yes, and when I say things, I mean everything. People not living in love and unity anymore. In those days, you could not dare pass a person as a child and do not say good morning or good evening or good day. Yes, you would get a spanking. And now persons who you think would know better, they look at you like you're a piece of dirt. They don't even say good morning. I'm telling you, as I said, I'm going back down memory lane. Stop. I hear that one time my father tell me that this lady, she used to work as a domestic helper, as we would call it, no? And they said the lady was so stush. When she passed persons on the street, she wouldn't even say how they do. And Jay Brown is saying, yes, good morning. And when some say, good morning, my night was good, I just wake up. Wow. And I'm telling you guys, my father said one day the lady dropped down. And most persons pass and they didn't even look at her because of the way she lived. But guess what? It's not everyone have that heart. And somebody take her up and them time they, them have the strong beer rum and them something they rub her up and put her on the bank in to sit down until she survive. And somebody rush into them yard and get her a cup of tea and all of that something there. And they say from that time, yes, family say, yes, win some. And Christmas, we used to have Christmas program and we get gifts and treat. Yes, that's so true. And DS family is saying greetings to Joseph, man. And they say from that time, if it's even an ants. You want to sleep? Oh. Alright, lay down on your belly and sleep. They say from that time, if it's even an ants pass, that lady would try to say how they do. So you see, we can't be too selfish because we never know what will happen and when it will happen and who will see us. Those days were good days, Winsome. Trust me, those days were good days. I always tell my children about it. I remember I am from St. Elizabeth, but I grew up and go to school in St. Mary. So in that part of St. Mary now, some people didn't know how to scald the corn and drain off the corn, grate the corn and make a corn pudding. So my mom, she go there and she do that, and she was a friendly person, so she made friends. And guys, she used to have this big everlasting Dutch pot. It have 4 foot like this underneath the bottom. For a person who are in my age bracket or any 60 babies that are here, they will understand what I'm talking about. Big heavy Dutch pot. And when she bake a poon, she didn't call it pudding. She called it poon. Most people here in Canada don't like to say hi. Wow. And I'm telling you, when she baked that poon has gone to her, most of the person in the district, she would send me. I'm the only child. So everything on me have to do it. I don't have any siblings. I have to go to Miss Jane. I have to go to Master John. I have to go to Tom and all of these things with little parcels of pudding. And then our house was the last house in the lane. We were living at the bottom of the lane. And then Miss Mary would say, "Gay, when you're passing back, call for something for your mother." Sometimes, my God, the amount of things my mother get back. Remember me tell you. And yes, he's saying, Winsome, it's true. All they do is give a plastic smile. My God, we are living in perilous times, man. I'm telling you, it used to be so good. And then another thing she used to do too, she used to make the cassava pone as well. And person gravitate to that and the bammy. It was such a fun. Then you know what now? Persons start to introduce their family member abroad about those things and the bammy and all them something there. So you see when them come in, my mother would have to bake the bammy for them, and in those days what they used to do is put it out on a piece of zinc in the sun and make it get dry, and then they would take it back to Canada or America or wherever they are going. So you see sometimes when those people come in, a little parcel, that's what they used to say at that time, a little parcel would be coming from foreign to my mom, and I would get something, my grandmother would get something, my father would also get something in that little parcel. Oh boy, I'm telling you. But I wish the time would go back. Wait, let me go see if Mika get up. And Best Beans is saying, good morning, host and chat. Good morning, Best Beans. Happy Wednesday to you. Just here on a little pop-up live, talking about the good old days. Excuse me for a minute, guys. I will be right back. Best Beans is saying, welcome, everyone. I'm going to check and make her here because she's to leave here in the next 20 minutes and I don't hear her. I don't know if she fall back asleep. So I will be right. Enough to get up from here because the sun is coming over. And Sue is saying she loved her childhood days. It was nice days, those times. I enjoy it. I wish people would live like how they used to live in those days. Greetings, Best Beans from Sushane. And Winsome say, God want those days. God, I want those days to come back. Then I know my grandchildren will grow up good. Yes, that is true. Those days, children, people, big people, they used to be so mannered. You could look on a teacher and say, there goes a teacher, dressed so professional, going to school. You could look at a person and say that person is a child of God. The way how that person dressed, the way how that person just look cool and nice, the way how that person would talk to you. Shh. The way how that person would talk to you. Police officers could be a person you could stop on the street, ask them any question and stuff like that, and they would answer you in a respectable manner. You could go to anybody. Those time, my parents and other older folks, they would respect like the teachers. They would say those persons are respectable persons. So if they have any problem, any issues, anything they want to know, they would talk to them. And Best Beans is showing some love. They would talk to them. They would talk to the teacher. They would talk to a Christian. They would talk to a pastor and stuff like that because they, as come to them, those persons were highly regarded and well respected. But now, sometimes you're afraid to even see an officer and say anything to them because no matter how old you are, they will style you as girl and they will style a old man as boy and all of those things. So persons, the love, the morals and all those things is gone underneath the rug. And I don't know why, but God is able. But all I do, my kids sometimes telling me that I'm living in the backward days, but I try to do the things that is right. So when I'm passing, walking on the street, I see someone, I say good morning, whether you want to answer yes or no. And Josie say our childhood days growing up was the best. We work hard, but we still have a lot of fun and we enjoy. We childhood gone are those days can't come back, can I tell you? Yes, Winsome, true. Kids were well mannered and respectful. Why you not behave, man? that is so true. And respect is lacking, says, and lacking for humanity. That's true, best things. And yes, so is saying, yes, oh, I read that already. Those days were good old days. Children used to be well mannered. But these children now, if you see them doing something, because of the way the parents train them, and if you should look at them and say, look here, stop doing that and go home to your parents, the first thing they're asking you, you think you're my mama? And all of those things. And person don't want to hear a little child talking to them like that. No, because we are not used to that. And if they go to school sometimes and a teacher would try to reprimand them, the first thing them all look at the teacher and say, don't touch me, because you know my mama. And my mama said this, and my mama said that. And all those things. So, that break down the morals in society. And that is so, will be in the background for a few minutes. So, okay. And Winsome is saying, Joseph, not true. I'm telling you, man, we used to have respect. We used to have to learn to behave ourselves and all of that. But boy, it's so sad. And it's from the head straight down to the bottom. So it is hard to be curved now. It is so hard to be curved. Because persons who you think you could have looked up to, they don't have any morals and any values. And persons who you think you could get advice from, you go to them, they disrespect you. So it is so sad. Yes, we help Mama carry the sand and blocks and even gravel, and ask we not get if we not get in with bulla and bag juice, we finish. But no, these kids not doing nothing. I'm telling you, they just want to lay down. And let me tell you something as you come to that. I remember one time my parents would say, if they want to quote somebody whose parents is alive, even if they are 21, because in those days persons couldn't think enough taking a partner to their parents to introduce to their parents unless they are 21. Not saying they didn't used to hide and do whatever they want to do, but they couldn't upfront unless they were that age. And when some is saying, so that's so true. So guess what? He says in those days, if a man go to a parent house at 21, looking the people them 21-year-old child, you have to look good in them days they split up bundles of wood and carry home and do all quality things, work for the parents, and if they acknowledge you, you could get their daughter. And guess what? I heard that when that man take that lady home, and if that lady don't know how to wash, to cook, to clean, to iron and stuff like that, that gentleman would pack up back that lady and take that lady right back to the parents' house. I heard that you have another set of men that they would not do that. They would teach them how to do things. So that is why it's important for persons to show and teach their children the do's and the don'ts. And then they say they have another set that would do the B word. Not saying it. You're supposed to figure what I'm saying. So it used to be rough. And Sue say, I'll carry water from river on your head. Can I tell you, I do a lot of that, because where I used to live in St. Mary, look here, stop and behave yourself. Where I used to live in St. Mary, and Winsome is saying, please don't forget to double tap the screen and thumbs up the live. Thank you so much, Winsome. Where I used to live, we didn't have any pipe in the area at first. What is wrong with you, Ken? let go off my neck, man. We didn't have any. Jay Brown say the way we grew up by the whole community, parents alone can't raise a child. It takes the whole community. That is why we who are that is why we are who we are, because of the community, and we have to respect the elders. So true, Joseph. So where I used to grow up in St. Mary, there wasn't any pipe in the early 70s and stuff like that. So what we used to have to do is go to some things called spring. And there the water would be coming down a rock, but to get it come down a little better, we would get a piece of bamboo and split it, dig out the middle part there, put it on the thing like this on the stone and tilt it, so then the water would run down like a pipe. So from that part now at the top there, we would fill our bucket and stuff like that. Sometimes we have to make 3 trips before going to school. And down in the bottom now, where it have a little water now, like a little area where you can bathe. We would bathe there, and then we would take turn, each one of us, and sit down on a rock, and where we would put our bucket, and then the water run down and rinse off our top part and cool us down. And then when we go home now with the last trip, I remember I tell you we used to walk barefooted. Thank you for the love hearts. So when we go home now and getting ready for school now, we would just wash off back our foot and put on our crepe if we have any. If we don't have any, barefoot to school, and it was like nothing. No one would mock you and say, oh, in not him can wear shoes come to school. But guys, we can't do that in these days now. Can't send our children to school barefoot. My God, it would be all over the social media page, and children would mock them so bad. And guess what? The only thing that I see these kids have over us now, it's the computer, you know, guys. Because when we used to go to school in those days, we don't know nothing about them things there. But I think we used to learn better. And when some said, Joseph, you don't think that we can bring those days back? Can bring back those days, Winsome, because guess what? These children are locked into like they are locked into another system. So no matter how you try, even if you have your grandkids, and no matter how you try to tell them about the days that you used to grow up and the ways that they should act, it's like it comes through one of the ears and then it goes through the other, because they are in a different, they are living in different times, and they are seeing different things, and these gadgets and all of that to help to, yeah, these gadgets, these tablets, these phones and these things. So they are more into them things, they plug in things into them ears, listen all quality rubbish and all quality foolishness, and those are the things that they gravitate to. And Sue is saying, Winsome, even if we could, it would be so hard. Yes, all right. Look at this thing now. When we were growing up and we do things that is wrong, we would get flagging, we would get spanking. No, if you spank your child and your child think that you are doing he or she a harm, and he go and he tell it to the school call the CDA, the CDA will come and warn you and tell you if it's happened again. They either go and take away your child or your children, or they would even call the cops. And when we were growing up and we do something bad, our parents used to deal with us. So there and then you know that that is wrong and you should not do that. But no, they are getting, what should I say now? The bigger heads require that no spanking in the home and in the school. So guys, tell me, what do you think will happen to society in safe life, spare and world last another 20 years from now? Those persons who are coming now, even person in my age, they would just walk and push us down. You want me carry you to your bed, Kev? they would walk and just push us over. I'm going to stay here for another 15 minutes. Yes, that's why they do, that's what they do here in Canada. But what I noticed too, some of the things them that happen in those countries, they are adapting it here. And guess what? They don't have certain things in place to adapt certain. They don't have certain facility here, but they are trying to adapt certain principle. And that is what is making it bad here for us. So when we know the way to grow our children or our grandchildren, and if we try to do so, it can be a punishment to us. Go on in the settee, go lay down if you want to lay down. Don't lay down on the concrete here. Yeah, go on the settee. Go in a couch. And Jay Brown said, Mom, you remember when we walk in the hot, loose dirt? Lord have mercy on our barefoot. Yes, that is what I'm talking about. Because I never used to wear slippers in the yard. And you know what used to trouble me? When we walk in the mud, especially in St. Mary. When you walk in the dirt and the rain fall, the mud cake up on your foot bottom and heavy like a slippers. My God. I have all right to give God thanks, and I have come a far way. I am not rich, but I'm not worse or off than anyone else. I can wear slippers on my foot when I'm going out. If I go there barefooted, I want to do it. It's not like that. I don't have any other choice. Man, my God. And you know what could have had to Joseph sometimes when you have to go to the shop? I remember after they just started the road, my God, maybe about a week or two, and those time when the sun hot, you see like it's boiling up, like when pot boiling up, my God, and you have to walk. And that, it was so horrible. And so we saying I used to hear my mom talk about it, Joseph. But sit down, okay? Guys, sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Okay, Best Bean, thank you for still being here in the background. Winsome said, whoa. Trina is saying, good morning, thumbs up done. Thank you, Trina. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. And Josie said, those days was judgment and we poor foot. And if I tell you, can I tell you? And Sue is saying, greetings, Trina. And Winsome is saying, good morning, Trina. Man, oh God, it used to be so rough. But when as sun start get hot before 6:30 now. Me could have tell say yo drop asleep. Oh boy. It used to be so hard, and guess what, guys? When I time it's 6:20 something. At 7 o'clock. No. One of the time we used to have to travel so far to look wood, look bundles of wood and walk. Boy, I'm telling you, we go through some rough time. And Trina is saying hello to everyone. Welcome, Trina. Just going down memory lane for a minute. A few. I have another 10 minutes. I'll be staying out here for an hour. But God has kept us and He has bring us a far way. So we have a lot to be grateful for. Looking back at how we grow and the things that used to happen and how our parents used to work us and all of that, it did look like, when we were growing up, it looked like it was wickedness or something like that. Trina said, my hand's busy. Sorry if I miss comments. Okay, no problem. But guess what? It helps us and it shapes us and it forms us to be better women, men and women of society. And it teaches us how to do things and to help ourselves so that we don't have to depend on others to do things for us. But some of these young people nowadays, as my grandmother would say, they don't even know how to boil water. I'm telling you, because they are so lazy. Guys, you know that sometimes you buck up on some persons. And if they could sit down here and tell you to go and use the bathroom for them, they would do it. I don't know if any of you have ever buck up on persons like that. But they would sit here and they would want a cup of water from the fridge. They are not doing anything. And they can't get up from here to take up a cup of water or a bottle of water. They would say, come here, even if you're around the back. I used to work with this lady. And my God, the lady have one of these coats that would come back like this and stretch out her foot. And so we're saying growing up in our days wasn't easy, because when we get flagged, we thought our parents easy, but when we get flagged, we thought our parents didn't like us. And they used to say, you will know us, you will thank us later. That is true, because guess what? We used to do things and think that it's the right thing when it was wrong. And then they didn't tell you that, why we do this, because what you are doing is wrong and you are not supposed to do this. But them tell you a bag of things that is not right. One of the things that my parents used to tell me was, this world have teeth and it will bite. And I was, what that's supposed to mean? They don't tell you the right thing. They say a bag of parables, and it's when I get old and all of them something there, I realize there is ants there, so please remove a mind and bite you. Then I know what they were saying. And when some is saying true, the world will have teeth and it will bite. And you would hear some parents say, you stay there, run down the world now run from you and all those things. Just to tell the child or the children the right thing. If some of us were getting the right teachment from our parents, that some mistakes that we make in life and some things that we do, we wouldn't have done them. But because we did not know better, and when some say, yes, my mother used to say it too. Yes, my mother used to tell me, say, this world have teeth and it will bite. And I don't know what was that supposed to be until I get old. I remember even when my parents, I see people have 10, 11, 12 children and all of that, and she only have me alone. And I said to her, I would like to have a sister to play with, or a little brother. She said, it's hard to make up bed, put out there in the sun and wait for a plane to drop it in there. Hey! Boy, I don't regret it not one bit. How we grow up looking back at it now, we appreciate it. At the time, it looked like it's wickedness, but they was doing the best they can. That's true, Joseph. That's true, and maybe they weren't educated enough to say, well, whatever I'm doing is for the best of your growth or the best of your interest, and when you become a man or a woman, you will see. They didn't know how to explain that. And Sue is saying, yes, I remember those days. And yes, J Brown is true. Trina says, yes, I remember those days. And Winsome is saying, yes, Joseph. They didn't know, like how I would tell my children the right things and the do's and the don'ts. They didn't used to do that. So when persons come and whisper some little things in our ears and we think say are the right thing, we used to laugh and think it's something that is good and didn't know that it was something that would harm us. And Trina is saying blessings Winsome, and Trina is saying JB good morning, and Trina is saying good morning to Sue. So guys, it did look hard for us, but those were the good old days. Persons used to be so manners, well respected and all of that, but now everything changed. And I don't know why this drastic change. Petra is saying good morning, beautiful people. It's good afternoon here. Good afternoon to you, Petra Trisha. Welcome to my live stream. I'm just here talking a little bit about the old time days and the growing up and how persons used to be well mannered and all of that. Best Beans is saying Trina, good morning. And Trina is saying, hey Petra. And Joseph is saying, morning Trina. And Best Beans is saying, Petra, good morning. So growing up in those days, those children used to be better trained, well mannered and all that, but these children that is coming up and those that is yet to come, my God, every time, maybe in every different decade or whatever, there's a different standard of life of living, and you're seeing different things. And Sue is saying greetings everyone. Petra is saying good morning with some age. You see the lifestyle is different. Just like how every time you see a different style of clothes coming, so the changes of people change. Every time it's a different changes. And Joseph is saying, Bess and Trisha, good morning. Every time it's a different change. So I don't know what is it that is going to happen to us, but we have to just hope for the best and do the best, because my parents always say who know better is to do better. So because I am this model of the 60s, I will do the things that I used to and grow up to do by respecting others and showing love to other persons. Even if they don't show it to me, I will not follow them, because as I said before, my parents said who know better is to do better. So I will keep on walking on the street and say good morning. Say good morning to others. Stop it. Say good morning. Go on with the broom, Kevin, stop it. Excuse me a second. Sorry about that, guys. And Petra said, you won't got great manners and respect, Miss Gay. We have got great manners and respect, yes, but these children now, they are so different. When some may say, I won't change. No, you see, when you grow up a certain way, you cannot change, and nothing can change you. Petra said, I was noticing yesterday She don't leave the life without saying, excuse me. That is it, because guess what? That's the way how I was taught when I was growing up. You don't just get up and just turn your back and don't say, excuse me. I remember when we were sitting like at the table, my parents would say, you dare not get up from the table without saying, excuse me. Even if you know you would want to get up and might be go pee or maybe go spit or something, some persons would just draw the chair and they would just get up and go. Wow. Guys, I'm going to show you something here. Don't know if you will see them, but if you look, these are my friends. They always come in the morning. Wow, aren't they beautiful, guys? I always like to see them. Wow. So beautiful and nice, guys. Every morning they would come and greet me. And it's so good. Yes, Petra. Yes, Bessie, the birds. They are so pretty. They always come in the morning. Always come in the morning, guys. Let me show you them. Hope you are seeing them. Alright, let me put it back. Let me put it back right there. What am I doing? Are you seeing them, guys? Are you seeing them? Walking around there. Wow. Every morning, guys, those birds come and look for me. Lovely to see. Yes. And Sue is saying true. Best means are saying beautiful pigeons. Yes. Every morning they come. Sometimes they're around the back and sometimes they come here. Sometimes I'm saying to myself, it seems like they're coming around to say good morning. Wow, they fly up now. They're gone. But I just love to see them, and Trina is showing some love. Yes, guys, it is good for us to have good manners and teach our children good manners. My parents always tell me that I must say good morning or good evening to persons. They always tell me that when I'm going to someone's house, whether they have a dog there or not, I must say, it's such a blessing. Yes, Trina, they would say, call, please, hold dog and stuff like that. Please and thank you. Those are the kinds words you should say. They even have a little song that says that, a little nursery rhyme. So that's the way how I grow up. So I can't change. And that's how I teach my children. And so he's saying, Miss Gay, you have 7 early friends. Can I tell you? And they are so beautiful. I just love to see them. You know, sometimes I am round at the back there. And if I'm doing something and I see them around there eating, I just stand up, guys, just admiring them. Wow. They are flying all over the place and enjoying the sunshine. They fly now and they gone over to that side. I just love to see them. Sometimes they stand up on the house top here. Like when soldiers are up on some high-rising building, trying to get my hair done from morning. Okay, Trina, I can understand. Mine's is yet to pull out here too because it's getting shaggy. And when it gets shaggy, you know, it's time for it to comb. So I have to pull it out maybe today or tomorrow. Huh? Go on, me soon finish the live stream and come to you. Let me see. I am out here. I am going to stay here for another 6 minutes and then I'll end the live stream. So guys, it's a beautiful Wednesday morning and I thank God for each and every one of you who have taken time from your busy schedule to be out here with me. I appreciate it. And this means is saying, Trina, you're up early. And for those persons who are at work or just coming from work and take a little time, and for those persons who may be still in their bed and try to join me, I appreciate your presence here. And it's a great feeling to know that we can be here and interacting with each other. And God is love, and He wants us to live in love and in unity with each other. So let us just continue to live and let brotherly love continue amongst us. I said on my live stream that I see some things that is going on the internet, and I'm praying and I am hoping and I am asking the good Lord to just guide and protect me, that I don't try to go into that pathway, because to be honest, from I was growing up, I don't like to hear persons just calling gay, 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 and saying things without a just reason. And when some is showing some love, so I am just hoping and praying that I don't fall in that category. So I'm asking the Lord to just guide me and protect me. And Trina is saying yes, best doing my ear, so that I can just be humble and stay humble and stay focused and don't be carried away. Because guys, sometimes you hear some things and you see some things, I don't know if persons are trying to let persons get discouraged. All right. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I did have to take a quick call. And Trina said, need to pause in a few minutes for my life. Okay, Trina, no problem. I will stay here for another 3 minutes, after which I will end this live stream and start my little daily chores, whatever I have to do. Petra is saying, hi Trina, I'll be coming for some motivation. Oh my God. Yes, guys, it is nice for us to just live in a friendly manner, and whatever we are doing, we just do it with love, respect each other, be kind to each other, help a person when they are falling, give a helping hand when we can. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry about that, guys. You see, the sun is out. The distraction is going to start now. Trina is saying, blessings, DS. Rest is important. So, okay, guys. Thank you all for your thumbs up. Thank you for your presence being here. Thank you for keeping my company, and I appreciate you all. Let's just continue to live in love and in unity, and just to do to others as we would have them done unto us. So take care of yourself. Have a productive day. Get some rest too, because you well deserve it. And best means have a good day at work. Trina, maybe I'll see you later depending on how my schedule here is set. Take care of yourself. Petra, thank you for being here. Joseph, I don't know if you're still here. I don't want to leave out anyone, so let me just see. And Winsome, take care. Have a great day. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your presence. So this is where I will end my live stream this morning. Have a great day. Have a wonderful day. And thank you all. God bless you. Until I see you somewhere on the YT Street. Peace out. Bye for now. Take care. Bye, my lovely people. And Winsome is saying bye, everyone. Have a great day, guys. Peace out.